All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1072, Wilson case.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I have a son named Tanner Wilson, and he has a daughter with Nikki. And Tanner's in the military. Nikki is off at school, but she's not helping do anything. I've been raising their child for the past 6 months, so I'm not getting any help or assistance or anything from her. Okay. So I need some type of child support from her.
And where is Tanner?
Tanner's in the military.
Oh, he's
in the military.
So when you say he's in the military, he's away in the military?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And Nikki, does she visit with the child? Does she bring you any groceries?
She doesn't do anything. I mean, she went off to school. She's in New York, so she'll come home sometimes and get her on, breaks or something. But half the time when she's home on breaks, I don't even know she's home.
Oh, wow.
So she doesn't really do much of anything for Sterling.
So she will come into town and not see her child?
Yes.
How old is Sterling?
She's 2.
Okay. 2 years old. Does she go to daycare or anything?
Yeah, she goes to daycare, and I pay for all of that.
How much is daycare?
Oh, gosh, $200 a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty expensive.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys, this one's going to heat up fast. A grandmother walks into court not just as a family member, but as a full-time caretaker for her granddaughter while the parents are NIA. Her son is deployed in the military, and Nikki, the mother, is off at school, but hasn't lifted a finger or sent a dime. Not even groceries. The child's 2. Daycare costs $800 a month, and Grandma's footing it all. Nikki's out of sight, living her own life, and Grandma's here for answers and accountability. The court is quiet, but the tension? You can already feel it climbing. Let's go.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Miss Nikki?
I just, see her on all these TikTok videos and on Facebook where she's partying and clubbing. I mean, I get it. You're in college and you want to have fun, but don't forget that you have a responsibility. Okay. You still have a child at home that needs you. A mother needs some help, And
I agree with that.
Yeah, she's just not being a good mom right now.
Okay. All right. Miss Nikki, why are you not being a good mom?
It's not that I'm not being a good mom. It's just that I'm in school full time.
Okay.
And
so being in school full time means you can't be a mom?
Well, I'm away at school. So on my breaks, I go home.
Away at school means you cannot be a good mom?
I am a good mom. I am going to school full time. The point is when I got pregnant, I didn't want to have a child. I was in school. I didn't want that for myself.
Okay, but the baby is here now.
She is.
She's 2. So besides going to school, what else do you have that defines you as a good mom?
I mean, I do what I can.
As in what?
As in,
she just said
she's here
that,
now.
Excuse me. She just said that you are not providing any financial information and you barely come to visit the child when you're in town.
Like I said, when I got pregnant, I did not want a baby. She was like, I wanted a granddaughter. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, I get it. So because you didn't want Sterling and she did, she is...
Nikki finally speaks, and her defense is that she's a full-time student. But that doesn't erase the fact that her daughter is 2, living miles away with a grandmother she barely acknowledges. Nikki admits she didn't want a child, says the baby wasn't part of her plan, and now leans on an informal agreement where Grandma supposedly wanted another baby. But this isn't babysitting. It's full-time parenting. Nikki's tone? Detached. And Judge Vanda B isn't having it. She's cutting through the excuses fast, forcing Nikki to face a truth she keeps dodging. Motherhood doesn't pause for college.
We had a whole agreement before this. She was like, I'll take care of her. I wanted another child.
Right, she will take care of her. I don't
Yes.
believe she thought that she was going to be raising another child on her own. Am I right about that?
Yes.
She
We
is
had
a
this
grandmother.
conversation. I'm in school full time. I told her I
How long do you have left in school?
I have a year left.
So Sterling is going to be with her another year, and then another year and another year. She's just going to raise the baby.
No, I will have a job by then. I'll be working.
Okay.
She's 2. She won't remember any of this.
I'm just going to play like you did not say that.
She won't. I mean, I when I go home, I see her. We FaceTime. All of that.
You
I mean,
obviously came here
when
to waste
I-
my time.
No, I'm not. I mean, I don't understand.
I mean, I don't understand either, because you said as I was saying, and you still haven't said anything.
I said what I had to say. I'm in school full time. What do I do?
Take care of your child. You can.
I do the best that I can.
Okay. So is it true what she said about you being on social media, going to clubs and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, I am a influencer. So I try to get
wait
brand
a minute,
deals.
hold on. You said you're in school full time, you don't work,
Correct.
but influencers get paid.
It's jaw-dropping. Nikki actually says she won't remember any of this, referring to her daughter missing out on her mother's presence. That one line shifts the whole room. She argues FaceTime and school are enough. The judge is stunned. Grandma's frustration finally boils over. She's been doing the job Nikki won't, and now she's hearing this. Nikki still clings to the idea that because Grandma agreed to help, the responsibility shifted. But the judge lays it out. This is your child. College doesn't cancel that. Her calm is fading, and so is any sympathy from the court.
I haven't gotten paid
Come
in
on,
a
make
while.
it make sense.
I haven't gotten paid in a while.
But you get paid,
Yes.
and you can send money for Sterling, right?
Yes, and I do.
And you don't.
I do.
That's not what she just said. So is she being untruthful? Or
I
are
do.
you
I
being
do what I can.
untruthful?
I am in school full time. I don't know what else. This is so crazy to me, like why we're right here right now, because
We're here right now because grandmother needs some financial
grandmother
assistance for her
chose
child.
this life. Grandmother chose the life.
You know what?
I didn't choose this life. However, I love my daughter to pieces. I don't regret anything. However, I would have liked to wait.
So
You know-
grandmother chose this life.
Yes, grandmother wanted to take care of her. It's okay, I'll take care of her while you're in school. And all of a sudden, something changed, which is why we're sitting here now.
Can you believe this?
I really can't. I mean, I expected you to help at least. Of course,
I
I'm not
have
going
a year
to.
left. I do what I can.
So Sterling
So
is.
it's a year left
this-
of her taking care of your
Exactly.
daughter, you and Tanner's
this,
daughter.
this is what you wanted.
But I thought
You
you were going to
said that
help
you were
and
gonna
be
take
a-
care
I
of
thought
her.
you were going to still be a good
Oh,
mom
Miss
to
Nikki,
Sterling.
you are
though.
so unbelievable right
Yes.
now. You are the mom. She is the grandmother.
Exactly.
What part of that don't you understand?
I understand all of it. We had a whole agreement that she would raise the child until I was out of school. So when I come home, I do see my child. I do.
Barely.
You know what?
But I don't know what changed. I don't know if she got a little boyfriend or something.
This part gets heavy. Nikki accuses Grandma of choosing this life, as if parenting her grandchild was some casual hobby. The judge steps in hard, correcting the narrative. Nikki didn't gift this child to the grandmother. This is parental neglect hiding behind a handshake agreement. When asked about her social life, Nikki admits to partying and posting while Grandma's wiping tears and bills. Then it comes. You're the mom. She's the grandmother. Judge Vonda doesn't let that go. Nikki's still dodging, but the judge just flipped the mirror. This is about responsibility, and the courtroom knows it.
what difference would it make if she had a boyfriend? That
Because
is none
she
of your
chose
business.
this life.
Excuse me.
I could have
You
waited.
chose this life. You had the child with Tanner. Miss Wilson, Miss or Mrs., I'm sorry.
Miss.
Miss Wilson did not have the child. You did. The child is your responsibility, not grandmother's. Whether she wanted a grandchild or not. I know a lot of grandparents that say, oh, when are you going to have me a grandchild? I want a grandchild. They never anticipate that phrase to mean I 100% am taking care of the child. You are unbelievable right now.
I'm not. I'm really not.
You really are.
No,
So
I'm
you know
really
what?
not.
What we're going to go ahead and do is get Miss Wilson the proper financial support that she needs to take care of your daughter. So you understand that. Let me repeat it again. Your daughter. So you don't walk out of this courtroom believing that someone else has the obligation of taking care of your child. She does not have to step in and do anything.
She does not, but
She's
she chose
doing
to.
it. She's
so don't
doing
complain
it.
about it now. Don't complain about it now.
Well, you know
chose
what?
to do this.
I don't need you to
didn't-
complain about these numbers when I read them off to you, okay? So, Ms. Wilson, Tanner, you say he's in the military. Do you know how much money he makes?
I don't know how much he makes.
Okay. Health insurance. I know typically they have decent health insurance in the military. Do you have any idea of how much that costs?
About 108. Tanner takes care of that part.
Okay. Tanner takes care of that. So let me just make sure I make a note of that.
The moment of reckoning begins. Judge Vonda B. shuts down the excuses and zeroes in. Grandma doesn't owe anyone this burden, yet she's carried it solo. Nikki's influencer life comes under fire. She claims she's broke, yet pulls in $2,000 monthly from social media. Her reason for not helping? Books. The math ain't mathing. The judge picks it apart. No income from dad, no aid from Nikki, but full-time daycare still being paid. This is where truth meets logic. Nikki says she's doing what she can, but the courtroom just purred that she's done almost nothing. Game's changing.
All right. And mom doesn't do anything.
Nothing.
Okay. And you said that 6
I do a lot.
months the child has been with you?
Yes.
Okay. Daycare is $800 a month. Okay, so what I'm going to do, when you're influencing, let me ask you a question. How much money are you getting off of that consistently?
Consistently, I would say maybe $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month? And you haven't sent her anything?
I mean, I had books to pay for.
Right, so your books cost $2,000.
Yes.
Are you getting financial aid from school?
I have maxed out all my financial aid. I maxed out all my loans. I don't know what else to do. I'm doing what I can. Like I said, I'm
Have
doing
you
what I
ever
can.
considered moving from New York? I know it's expensive
No,
to
I
live
have
there.
a huge internship. Why would I? No.
Oh.
No.
No more stalling. Judge Vonda starts calculating. With no income documentation for the father, his support is set at minimum wage. Nikki, same deal. But it doesn't stop there. Back pay's on the table too. 6 months of missed responsibility now adds up. Grandma's finally getting help, but the looks on Nikki's face says it all. She's still stunned this went from she's got it handled to you're legally required. The judgment is clear. Both parents owe $269 monthly and back pay of $657 each. Reality doesn't hit softly. It drops like a gavel, and it just did.
Okay, so your internship is more important than raising your daughter.
No, it is not. But I am doing this for my daughter.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what you believe. That's fine.
that is what I know. I am doing this for my daughter.
Well, what I know is you're getting ready to pay child support. So this is what we're going to do. Since you don't have any financial information on Tanner, we're going to set his child support at minimum wage. We're also going to set your child support at minimum wage, okay? I'm going to order that Tanner maintains the health insurance, and then I'm also going to have you reimburse half of that health insurance back to him. So, excuse me, no, not reimburse half of it. You're going to reimburse the back pay, because I'm going to order you to pay back pay as well. She said 6 months. So Tanner is going to maintain the health insurance at 108, okay? There will be no reimbursement on that part of it.
Judge Vonda doesn't stop at the numbers. She drops a lesson. Nikki keeps trying to say she's doing this for her daughter, but the judge knows better. Internships, social media, late-night parties, those aren't signs of sacrifice. They're distractions. The judge repeats it clearly. This is your child, and this court won't let someone else carry your weight. Nikki wants her freedom, but freedom doesn't come without cost. Grandma didn't walk in begging. She walked in with receipts, and this judgment, it's not punishment, it's justice. And Nikki's now officially on the hook like it or not.
Because what I'm going to do is have you pay monthly child support and minimum wage, which is $219, as well as back pay to grandmothers. So $219 multiplied by the past 6 months, Tanner's portion is $657. Your portion is $657. That's to be paid at $50 per month. So each parent's child support obligation to grandmother is $269 per month.
Are you happy now?
No, are you happy now? I know I'm happy because you're finally supporting your child financially, and grandmother gets some assistance with paying this daycare.
Grandmother wanted a baby. She's
Yep.
grandmother.
And you know what?
This is your part.
And grandmother
whenever
is here.
I-
Excuse me. Grandmother's here because she also wanted some financial help. Is there anything further, ma'am?
No, we're done here.
Oh, obviously. Is there anything further?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Judge Vonda wraps it up with a message the internet needs to hear. Grandparents don't automatically become parents just because they step up. The law agrees. Both Nikki and Tanner are now financially accountable. Vonda didn't rely on Nikki's inconsistent influencer claims. She stuck to facts. No financial aid. Lums maxed. Money still coming in. Child support was set fairly at minimum wage. Dad too. No excuses. The ruling's a reminder. If someone else is raising your kid, support them, legally and financially. This wasn't drama. This was about responsibility. Cold facts, real judgment, total clarity.